Heyo, it's your friendly neighborhood Minecrafter No Cones, and I want to welcome you to a brand new place that I have just joined. This is New Eriador, and this is where I started on the server. I've actually done quite a bit already, just getting geared up and whatnot, but I just want to give you guys a little recap of what's going on. This is a whitelisted server that was started by SZ Petty from Germany, and he's been so kind to add me as well as a couple of new members. If you're following SZ Petty, and you should be, you know that he had a Valentine's Day quest extravaganza where he opened up the server to the public and everybody was able to get on and attempt to collect roses from each of the members on the server. So I was one of, I believe, 10 people that collected all 10 roses, and then from that they whittled it down to 4 people that they actually added to the server. So this is where we started. This is where we spawned. This is me. Uh, I think this is the skin I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep it, It's Marty McFly, Back to the Future. If you're a fan, I am. So I figured I could just give you guys a little bit of a recap as to how it went down. Um, let's take you over to Spawn Town, if I can get up that way. I'm still learning my way around the server. I got a pretty good idea of it from the Valentine's Day event, but this server has no natural regeneration, although you can see I do have some right now because we're within range of the regen beacon, and every member of the server has their own little spawn house, which I will be making one eventually. And that's SZ Petty's house over there. I think we can get down into Town Hall this way. So basically, I jumped on the server with the other guys, and they were all very welcoming, and they were talking about, whether they were going to give us gear or we were going to have to fend for ourselves, and I kind of like the idea of fending for ourselves. So they did put out some chests. Oh, they are still here. Okay. But oh, these are the new members. Well, that's not a new member. Timmy Y is a new member. No Cones, myself, and then it's gonna be Sega, like this, and I believe MX4 M4X00, something like that. M4X00. I believe that's how it is. And they're good friends in real life, and they're going to be building together and have their own base together and everything. Me and Timmy, I guess we're kind of on our own, but I'm sure we'll do something together eventually. Um, if you haven't seen already, SZ Petty has put together an incredible wither skeleton farm, and that was the first thing that he wanted to show us when we got on the server, because I think he had just finished like getting it actually working when we joined the server, and so he's like, okay, let's go look at it. He was ready to show it off for sure. Um, this is Bunny and Possum's tunnel to their portal out to their base, and I'm going to lose hunger immediately, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and... Okay, I guess we're gonna see Lena over there at the farm. I guess I could tell you guys a little bit about myself, since I'm brand new and I'm sure you haven't found anything out about me yet. So, my name's Eric. Um, I'm 28 years old, and I'm a stay-at-home dad full-time. I also drive for Uber on nights and weekends, and I live in the US. I am on the East Coast, so I'm usually on when M-Dog and Lena are on, as opposed to the German crowd, because I usually play in the evenings for me, which is when they're sleeping. So this is the Wither Skeleton Farm, and you should definitely go check out S. Petty's video on that because it is just incredible. I know that they still have some slabbing left to do, and once they get everything slabbed out, we should be having beacons like crazy. Um, so basically, that was the first place that they showed us because he was very excited to show us that. Rightfully so. And then they basically said, don't worry about your spawn house yet. Go off, get your stuff. If you want to go to uncharted territory, then you should head south of the Minigames area. And I can probably put a picture up on the screen here for you to show you where the Minigames area is. And if you look off to the right there the between the Minigames area and the Mushroom Island, you'll see a couple little islands scattered about, and that's where I found myself. So I'm going to fast forward and meet you back over there. Alright, so we've arrived over at the minigame area. I haven't looked too much at the minigames. I know the other guys have plenty of videos that you can go check this stuff out. Um, this is Bunny Ball, where you use a bunny as a ball, and it's like hockey, and you try to get it into the goals. They have that on the community server, and it's been a lot of fun. There's a regen speed beacon over here that was important for me. And basically, I just figured out which way was south because we don't have coordinates, so you just have to judge by the sun. And I said, alright, well, let's try to go south for a while. So I followed pretty much this path, and by this time I was trying to get a little bit of wood and enjoying a little bit of fish since I did keep the fish that they gave to me. But everything else I wanted to get on my own. So I think I knocked down some of the trees that were through this little area and managed to get, some of the basic achievements with the sword and the pick and the shovel and farming and all that stuff. So at this point I was just thinking, I need to get somewhere where there's animals, because without animals it's kind of hard to last. Animals are a really good food source, and I hadn't seen much greenery yet. It was all like mesa and sand, and they said to go south, so I figured we must hit it eventually, right? We must hit something green eventually. And I'm looking around and I'm still just seeing mesa and sand. So at some point, and I haven't actually been back this way except for the first time, so oh yeah, okay, I remember that. Somebody had made a little cobblestone bridge there for some reason. I think it's gonna start getting dark, which is gonna be a problem, so let's get to the water. I'm not sure if this leads out to the ocean or not. But basically, I got this far and I said, alright, let's just go to the ocean. And my boat broke. They're so fragile. So I decided to go towards the ocean because I was still in search of grassy area. I don't have enough to make a new boat. So I will be right back with you guys. Alright, we are back. So Bunny has slept away the night for us, and I was able to collect some wood over there from that tree. So we've got a couple of boats now, and basically I just wanted to show you that I head off in this direction in search for grassy areas with animals so that we can actually, find some food. And I think I'm going to fast forward here just so you can look around. So when I came to this island, I decided that I'd go ahead and explore it and see if there was anything interesting here. And then I got a little bit ADD and I decided not to go find grass. And I just decided I was going to dig down. Let's go ahead and get diamonds and get geared up, and then maybe we'll go search for land. By the way, there's a ocean monument right there. There's lots of those around here. So I just did a little too wide dig down right here. Safe dig down where you have two next to each other, and that way you don't fall to your death. And I had planned to just dig down to bedrock. I planned to just dig down to bedrock and then, count up the layers to around Y11, Y12. That way I'd be at diamond level and I could just mine for a little bit and try and find some stuff. But I managed to dig straight down into an abandoned mine shaft, which, without the natural regeneration, was a little bit scary. With the poisonous spiders and all the mobs and everything, it took some doing. It took some doing to get through all this. I did manage to get poisoned once, and luckily, I showed you that regen beacon over by the Minigames. That's actually not too far, and you can go by boat straight from here over the Minigames because the Minigames accesses the ocean. And if you look at that map again, it'll show you where I am in relative to that. So basically, I went through this mine shaft, and it took a long time. I spent a good portion of my day yesterday just collecting resources, and I found a few diamonds. I found a few patches, but nothing serious. So eventually, I ended up just branch mining and found another cave, explored that, did some more branch mining, but we got it. In the end, we got it. So I ended up getting all my diamond gear. I don't have a shovel, but I'm kind of an achievements guy, and I went ahead and got a few basic ones. You can see here, obviously we haven't flown a pig off a cliff or gotten the sniper duel yet. I do have the gold for this, but I think I'm gonna wait on that probably. But yeah, I went ahead and got a few of them. I'd like to get them all eventually. This one is going to be the most difficult. I know I heard that SC Petty got this recently, so we're going to have to try and catch up with him. This is the haul, basically. We have one little diamond left. If you saw in my if you saw in my achievements, I already got the enchanter one, so I did have to use a couple diamonds for that. I found a name tag in a dungeon spawner, and it actually was a skeleton spawner, so we might use that later on. And then got a good bit of gold and iron and stuff. I'll go ahead and quickly show you my enchantments. I did use the Enderman Farm achievement area, or achievement, the Enderman Farm enchantment area, And it took a while of doing that, but you know, we had a ton of lapis from going around here. So these aren't perfect yet, but they're gonna do pretty well for a while, I guess. I've got unbreaking on everything and ended up with thorns on this somehow. Got the feather falling, but I really, really want the depth strider. I miss that so much. Like it's like once you get the depth strider, you have to have it all the time. Um, I got a fortune pick and went ahead and put efficiency 5 on there, and then sharpness on the sword, and I think this bow is maxed out. So that's pretty much it. I have a lot of big plans. I don't think I want to reveal all of them right now, but let me show you where I'd like to build my base. And that should give you some idea of what I have in mind. So I was thinking I would probably put my base somewhere around here, you know. It just, the blue and the flatness, it makes it like an easy type of area to build on, for me at least. So I think we're gonna try and do that. So I thought we'd end our episode back here in Spawn Town, have a little look-see around. Everybody's got their own little spawn house, and I'll have mine here eventually. They've got a regen beacon, and this is S.E. Petty's house over here. Let's go take a look inside here. Oh, he's got a little couch that you can sit on. I like how he's got this minecart sunken in here. It's really neat. You can actually sit and watch TV and just hang out, I guess. But I want to thank everybody on the server for allowing me to join. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm really looking forward to this series. Um, Especially S.E. Petty, you know, he was so nice. He said, you know, since you don't have a spawn house yet, you can come and use mine anytime. So I figured, you know, we've got all geared up and everything, and we might as well go ahead and try and get that last achievement. I guess we can just plop it down right here. 2, 3. There's the achievement. Alright. So I guess he's gonna like do something and then we have to shoot him. Oh! Oh, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay. That was a bad idea.